Kia ora. In today's headlines, the Prime Minister is confident the Christchurch CBD blueprint will bring clarity and certainty to the people of the city. It maps out city precincts, planning regulations, and highlights the location of key facilities such as the new convention centre, a new stadium and library. Mayor Bob Parker is confident it lights the way forward.
My hope is that it will send all of the right signals to everybody. You'll never please everyone. We all know that. That's reality. But I think there's a lot in there for us to look forward to.
And Prime Minister John Key says the time frame will be the next challenge.
There's land that will have to be acquired, buildings that will need to be built, and commitments that will need to be made. And they're a combination of the private sector and the public sector. So it's not straightforward, overnight, but it'll take some time.
The Waitangi Tribunal has told the government to put its partial asset sales process on hold. Hearings were held earlier this month regarding the Maori Council's claim on water rights, and now the tribunal is recommending the status quo be preserved until that is resolved. Manalida Harawira is delighted, viewing it as a significant step in shutting down the government's plans. The tribunal's findings are not binding on the government, but SOE Minister Tony Ryle has indicated the report will be considered and decisions made in due course with official advice. A new website lobbying against changes to marriage laws has come under attack. protectmarriage.org.nz was launched this morning to protect the current definition of marriage as between one man and one woman. It was knocked offline for a time earlier today, but was later fixed. Director Bob McCoskrie said it's a forum for debate on the issue, pointing out that gay relationships are already legally recognized through civil unions. He cautioned that redefining marriage is a huge step.
For so long we've been trying to get politicians to talk about marriage and to talk about the marriage penalty tax and to talk about rates of child abuse and domestic violence in marriage relationships, which are much lower than other family structures. They haven't wanted to mention the word, and now suddenly they can't get enough of marriage. So great opportunity to talk about it, but it seems like there's some who are demanding tolerance that are the most intolerant.
Our Foreign Minister Murray McCully is meeting with his Australian and Fijian counterparts today. He first met Bob Carr in Sydney, then the pair went to meet Ratu Inoke Kaubawa Bola. Mr McCully says they're pleased to engage with Fiji and reiterate support for the transition to democracy. The al-Assad regime is accusing Saudi Arabia, Qatar and Turkey of trying to destroy Syria. The government is vowing to defeat rebels who've captured large sections of the commercial hub of Aleppo, the scene of a fierce government offensive. The United Nations says around 200,000 civilians have fled violence in Syria's most populous city, yet many more remain trapped. Fighting is also spilling into Lebanon, where government forces are targeting Free Syrian Army rebels using Lebanese territory to regroup and rearm. Hundreds of residents of the village of Wadi Khaled have been forced to flee from rocket fire and bullets. To the UK, not everyone was enchanted with the Olympics opening ceremony. Nearly 100 people marched in London in the weekend, including Occupy London protesters. The demonstrators were not satisfied with the capitalist character of the 2012 Games and opposed corporate sponsorship as well as the heavy police presence during the Olympics. Kanuinga karere matua mai te reo irirangi o Marima Mauriora.